America, in particular, I mean, Obama had this, there was this moment where it seemed like he was going to be the guy that opened up politics to the digital generation and used all these new technologies to make a much more engaged political process. And what went wrong there?
Well, I had great hopes for the last campaign because the background is there's a growing crisis of legitimacy of our democratic institutions. The U.S. Congress being Exhibit A, where right now the leaders of Congress say the purpose of Congress is to make sure that nothing happens for 2 years. So young people, and we've got Rob Ford in Toronto, and we have Senate scandals, and every country, more and more young people are saying this is not working. They agree with the bumper sticker, don't vote. It only encourages them. So this is a big problem. So I was very hopeful that Obama's second campaign would really engage young people, because the first one did. It was called MyBarackObama.com, and he created a platform whereby 35,000 communities self-organized. And the way I discovered this is somebody called me up and says, you know, this guy, Obama, is trying to get the Democratic nomination. He thinks your book, Economics, is the key to winning the presidency and changing America. And I go to MyBarackObama.com. I went there, and there's my book on the screen. And it's talking about the book, and we believe in this and that. And, you know, my first reaction was, I am the man. But then I looked at this, and I realized I'm not the man, because there was a Economist community. There's also a single moms for daycare community and a young firefighters community. These engaged millions and millions of people. So the next time around, I was like, yeah, taking that to the next level. And they dropped the whole thing. So I met with them in his campaign, and they said, we don't have to do that. You see, because we now can target individual voters because we have big data. So it went from social engagement to big data. It went from yes, we can to we know you. And they knew who all the swing voters were, and they targeted those people, and they won the election. And now the last election in the United States was the lowest youth voting, some people say ever, for sure in the last century. So this is a big problem. And again, governments had this opportunity to move towards a second era of democracy. That's what I argued for. I said, we have this first era, great, we created these representative institutions, but there was a weak public mandate and citizens were inert. We could move to a second era where we have stronger representation, less conflict of interest, more transparency, and a culture of public deliberation and active citizenship. They didn't do it because all they cared about was getting elected.